great, great, great. Yeah. Well, you know what? You can just suck the biggest part of my... Oh, hey, didn't see you come in. Now, some of you might be wondering, Brian Barbaric, what do you think about the new Xbox One? And most of you are probably wondering, who the hell are you and why should I give a damn? Well, today, I'm going to answer one of those questions, and I can tell you now, it's not the latter. Okay, so I've been reading about all this Xbox One pandemonium all day. I was at work, so I was getting updates on my phone. Friends are texting me, telling me all these cool new things about it, and I'm like, a lot of that's pretty cool. But I will say this, the name, I'm not too crazy about. Now, I know for a while it was called Project Durango, and then up until a couple weeks ago, then it was called Xbox Infinity, which honestly I would have rather had it called Xbox Infinity. You know, there's a couple other names thrown around. The Next Box or the Xbox 720. I actually would have been okay with any of those, but to just call it the Xbox One. Now, let's get down to business, talking about all the stuff that was seen in the conference today. First, I want to talk about the controller. I really like the way the controller looks. I don't know. I think it looked kind of futuristic, and I don't know. I mean, they kept the core design of it, which, you know, I mean, come on, let's face it. The Xbox 360 controller is the perfect controller. For some reason, having the joystick one up here and one down is just so much more comfortable than the PlayStation controller where they're both at the bottom. I don't know why, it just works that way. So, I got a plus on the controller. And as for the way the console looks, I like it too. It's plain, it's simple, it's also got the disc feed instead of the disc tray, which I still have the old PS3, and that's really nice. You ain't got to worry. I mean, I know there used to be problems with if you stand it up, sometimes it would just fall out of the tray inside the console and just blow everything up. So, I like the controller and I like the console. Another good point is they finally integrated Blu-ray, which, a couple positive things on that as well. Bigger game discs, so a lot of these games that used to be like 2 or 3 discs can pretty much all now be one. I mean, it really worked out for PS3. It's tons more space on a Blu-ray disc, so there's that. And then, you know, it's another alternative to watching your Blu-rays, if you have any. I personally do not buy Blu-rays because I'm not a quality person. I don't care. I mean, also DVD's cheaper, so what are you gonna do? Your profile and achievements carry over, which that's excellent day. But something about that I wonder is, like, let's say, you know, you pull it over to the new Xbox One, but you kept your 360, but then, you know, one day you want to go back and play 360. Is it still going to be on the 360, or do you have to, like, bring that back over? I mean, one way to remedy that, I believe it should still work, is to put your profile on a flash drive and solely use it for both Xboxes. So then you can just boop, 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 plug it in and out. That's the best way. So, Always on Connect was another thing they mentioned. It can go both ways, honestly. I didn't have a Connect until I won that contest, which if you watched my video, you would know. And I never wanted one. I'm the controller-only gamer. Don't get your movement stuff in here. But after I got it, it came with a free game. I was like, you know what? I'm going to quit being a butthead and I'm going to try this out. And I actually kind of had fun with it. Now, aside from that one Kinect game, I never tried another one. Oh, no, wait. I stand corrected. I downloaded Haunt for free on the Xbox Live Arcade. And I played that. It wasn't as fun, I think. I don't know, it was a little bit too tedious, like with walking, legs up and down the whole time. And sometimes, I don't have a big space for Kinect anyway. I have to, like, turn my TV out sideways. and it sometimes wasn't very responsive. But the thing I love most about Kinect in general, which, I'm going to love it with the new thing, is the voice commands. Like, especially for Netflix. Like, after about 4 episodes, if you're watching an entire series, it'll just stop. And then instead of having to turn on your controller and waste the stupid battery, you can just be like, bam, Xbox, next episode, and boop, there it goes, next episode, you're good. So, like I said, that can go both ways. I know a lot of people, my one friend actually is not too fond of Kinect, and he also has very limited space, but I remember they said that it's actually going to be, able to detect smaller areas this time around as well, for people that have small bedrooms or don't play in the living room. So, always on Kinect. I'm not too upset about it, but I'm not a super big fan of it. Like, I've always got mine connected, but like I said, I use it for Netflix only. So, oh well. The app switching, which again is another voice command thing. I think that's pretty cool. So, be playing your game, maybe you want to look up a strategy guide or something, you'd be like, Xbox, blah, 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 internet. And then, bam, it's going to switch to Internet Explorer, and you can go do whatever you need to do. Find your strategy guide, whatever. So, I think that's pretty cool, actually. And then, mandatory game installs. I mean, they are giving you a 500 gigabyte hard drive with it, which, I mean, they better. And I know you can also use USBs to pump up even more of that memory. But the mandatory install, I get that that's part of the used game thing. Well, it installs it on there, and that whole fiasco. I'm not going to get too much into that because that area is still kind of fuzzy. They haven't said too much about it. But yeah, mandatory game installs, again, that's something I'm not too upset or too crazy about. I mean, it's kind of cool, you can take the disc out after you do that and simply just play it on the memory, so that's kind of cool. A bad thing, this is the one thing I really, really hate, is the no backwards compatibility. I hate when consoles do that. I really do. Because it's like, when it first comes out, there might not be more than a couple games you might want. I mean, for me, as of right now, I'm going to have to wait till E3 to see all the launch titles, but right now, there's no game I want for the Xbox One. I'll get an Xbox One, yes, but right now, it's up in the air of when. So, like, if it was backwards, I'd probably get it. So then I can still play Gears of War and all that stuff. So, I really wish it was backwards compatible. I hate when they do that. Another cool thing I saw was the Snap thing. So, actually that kind of goes back to the app switching thing, but it's a little bit better. So you could be playing your game, and then you could say Snap instead of switching, and it'll like bring up a sidebar of internet, and then still have your movie or your game or whatever right there. So, again, that's another kind of cool little feature I liked. And then here's something else that'll hopefully help me out since I don't have a game recording equipment. It's got a built-in DVR to record your video game doings, and you can edit them, and it uploads it to Facebook, YouTube, and all that stuff. So hopefully it can upload it, and I can somehow get it onto my computer, and hopefully get some more game footage for when I do game reviews. So I think that's kind of cool. And another thing that was a little bit fuzzy is that it requires internet, but it's not always on. Yeah. I think one thing I saw was that, like, when you first put a game in, it has to be connected to the internet for like a one-time activation kind of deal, but then after that you can kind of keep it off and then stuff. And then my friend says he saw something that says it has to connect to the internet at least once every 24 hours, and then it would stop working. So again, like I said, that's kind of a fuzzy area. Not too sure about that until they release more. And then here's a little cool little nugget. Halo TV series. Yes. Yes. I loved Forward Unto Dawn. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I bought the DVD, even though I bought the limited edition Halo 4 that came with it, but I'd rather own the actual thing. So I think a Halo TV series is going to be pretty cool. And then, like, it's only on the Xbox, so it's not going to be on the TV or any of that stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's kind of it. Some good stuff, some bad stuff, it's equal stuff. My opinion, I like it. I like it a lot. As far as the Xbox One to the PS4, definitely going to get an Xbox One. I'll get a PS4 someday, but not right away. It does have better launch games, I'll say that, as of right now. Like I said, E3, they'll announce more launch titles. So, until then, I don't know when I'll get one, but I'm going to get one. So, that's what I think about the Xbox One. I like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah. Let me know what you think, if you like it, things you like about it. If I missed something or if I said something wrong, leave it in the comments below and subscribe. I'm going to do some more game reviews here pretty soon. And catch you on the flip side.